Solving exponential equations is one of the fun lessons in my opinion because they're kind of simple and you don't have to graph. The rule is you can have a number to a power equals a number to a different power. That means their two exponents must be equal. So if you have the same base on both sides, that means their exponents must also be equal. So if you have 2 to the x equals 2 to the third, that implies x equals 3. So for example 1, do you see the problem? We need to have 2's on both sides. So you want to start every problem by hedging. The 2 is already broken down. Let's hedge the 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So that means that 8 is made out of 2's, and it's made out of 3 of them. Don't forget there was already a 3 exponent there. So this 3 is the 3 that was already there, and the 3 inside is from counting up the how many 2's there were from hedging. 1, 2, 3. Now we can keep simplifying. This is 2 to the power x equals 2 to the power 9, because property of a power property, you multiply the exponents. And now we can essentially cancel the base to have x equals 9. Final answer. You don't even have to check. Next problem, same thing. We don't need to simplify the 3, but we do need to simplify the 9, so we hedge it. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So that means 9 is made out of 2 3's. So we write 3 squared in parentheses where the 9 used to be. Everything else in the problem is still there, same place. So next step, this is one of the only parts of the lesson where you really have to be careful. We're going to multiply the exponents of that 3, but we have to remember we are distributing. So if it helps, maybe put some extra parentheses around that 2x minus 1 to reinforce that that's what's happening. I'm going to go ahead and cancel out those 3's now. Cancel, cancel. So you have 2 times 2x minus 1 equals 6x. Now distribute the 2. You have 4x minus 2 equals 6x. Now get the x's all in one place. So I'm going to subtract 4x to get it out of the way and to the other side. Now I have negative 2 equals 2x. I want to get rid of the 2 that's multiplying the x, so I divide it. So I get x equals negative 1. Final answer. Problem C, same thing. Okay, this one, you can just hedge the 64, but then you'll get 2's, and a 2 on that side won't match a 4 on this side. So let's just hedge both sides. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So that means 4 is 2 squared. Now we'll hedge 64 divided by 2 is 32. Divided by 2 is 16. So 64 is made out of 6 2's. Now 64 didn't have an exponent before, it just had a 1 exponent, so I'll just put that. Let's keep simplifying. Now I have 2's on both sides, so I can go ahead and cancel that out. Cancel, cancel. So I have just the exponents are left. 2 times 2n minus 1 equals 6 times 1. You don't need to write times 1 though, that doesn't change anything. I'm just writing it for consistency. Now we distribute the 2, so we get 4n minus 2 equals 6. Let's add the 2 to get rid of it. Plus 2 plus 2. 4n equals 8. Now divide the 4. Final answer. Next problem. The 5 doesn't need to be hedged. That can stay exactly how it is. Let's hedge the 125. 125 divided by 5 is 25. Divided by 5 is 5. Divided by 5 is 1. So that means 125 is 5 to the 3rd power. Just keep being careful that you don't forget about the exponents they already had. Now that I have 5's on both sides, I can cancel them. So I will just have 5x equals 3 times x plus 2. A lot of 5's in this problem. First step, I want to distribute the 3. So we have 5x equals 3x plus 6. And let's get all the x's in one place. I'm going to subtract 3x. As soon as I do that, I'll have 2x over here, the x terms by themselves, and the constant terms by themselves. Divide the 2. And final answer. Done. 2 more to go. Problem E, we have to hedge both sides, it looks like. 49, you already know is 7 squared, but we'll show the work. 343, when you hedge that, I know a lot of times with hedging, you first try to divide by 2. If that doesn't work, you try 3. If that doesn't work, you try 4. You have to try a lot of things before you get to 7. But since I already saw 7's pop up on this problem, that's a good clue that there's about to be more 7's. 343 divided by 7 is 49. Divided by 7 is 7. Divided by 7 is 1. So I'll rewrite 49 as 7 squared. And 343 as 7 cubed. Now that I have the same base on both sides, they're both 7's, I can cancel those out and just have the exponents. Make sure you put some parentheses around the 4x minus 2 and around the x minus 3. We want to make sure we distribute, and don't forget to multiply the 2 to the other 2. So we have 8x minus 4 equals 3x minus 9. I'll start by subtracting 3x. This lesson is mostly just Algebra 1. That's where the bulk of the work is. Now add 4 to both sides. We have 5x equals negative 5. Divide by 5, x equals negative 1. Last problem. For 11 and 121, so we just have to hedge 121 to break it up into some 11's, and it's 11 squared. So I already have both sides with the same base, 11, so let's cancel it and write just the exponents. Let's keep simplifying. We have negative 4x plus 10 equals 6x. Add 4x to both sides. That'll get all our x's in one place. 10 equals 10x. Divide by 10 to get rid of it. X equals 1. Final answer.